Hello? Hey? Who's that? Who? Who? What? Okay, everybody. I'm just here, going through the sponsors of the show. And I'll just go through the sponsors as we do it. Just had an unexpected visitor come to the door just when I went live. Unbelievable. So, should be a good show tonight. Got a fair bit happening. Like I said, we're just going through the sponsors right now and keep up with it. Can everybody hear me? Is it everybody? I'm not talking. I should be right. So, should be all right. So these are just sponsors of the West Oz Scale Speedway, sponsors of the show, sponsors of the series that being run, just general sponsors for everything. So it's all looking good for the up and coming season, the West Oz Scale Speedway. So here we are. Mitchell Nichols sent me a friend request. Okay, fully promoted. A couple of photos of the track, how it's looking, which is pretty good. Yes, all good. Fine, beautiful. This is up and coming meeting for the first show, and there we go for the sponsors. So what I'll do, I'll just get out of there. Whoops, we've had a bit of a catastrophe here. Let's tune up. It's a bit better. There we go. Welcome to the RC Speedcar Super Series Community Live Web Show. Brought to you by Baja Spares, the Australia's leading #1 quarter scale, fifth scale parts shop in Australia. Shipping express daily around Australia, and he does a great job. Wiggy supporting everybody around quarter scale speedway around Australia and everybody in WA. He's just still got a bit of a green screen on here for some reason. So there we go. Just have this couple of the green things a bit green tonight. Yeah, so welcome to Wiggy and everybody tuning in tonight. Thanks to all the guys who turned up to the Busy Bee on Saturday. All the jobs are completed, so we're looking forward to running our first meeting this weekend, which should be a great meeting for the start of the year. Hopefully the weather holds off. I don't know how the weather's looking towards the end of the week, but hopefully it should all be good. So great show. The first meeting of the season is starting Saturday at 4 p.m. The West Oz Quarter Scale Speedway, Gemma Road in Henderson. It's a fully promoted 2021 AMCA, the fully promoted AMCA Gold Cup which is hopefully get a good field of 6 to 8 AMCAs running for the first meeting. And everyone's probably done a bit of homework and got their cars going for the week. So it should be a great weekend for the AMCAs. So hopefully we can get that up and running, that great little event, and it should be a great show for the people to come and watch. So just remember, everybody, that kill switches are mandatory. Kill switches are mandatory this year, so they'll have to be on your cars and operational. And hopefully we will get everybody running the kill switches, and when you pull into the pits after your race, you must come in and turn your car off with the kill switch, just as for a safety perspective. And I think the other thing is make sure your brakes are working as well. On your cars, make sure the brakes are fully operational, and hopefully that is a good thing for the club, just for safety reasons. As you know, insurance these days is pretty dire these days, and could cost the club a fair bit of money if any injuries are caused due to lack of maintenance of cars and brakes and kill switches, which are mandatory for these classes. So hopefully we're going to get Wiggy. There's a few guys out there who've had dramas getting kill switches to work. So hopefully we can get Wiggy on. I'm just waiting for him to accept my request to come on, and he should be coming on, and he's going to do a bit of a live show of how to set up kill switches and the ins and outs of them, the different kinds you can get, and the different transmitters and stuff. So hopefully he'll be coming on live very shortly. Something new I'm trying here, so it's just seeing. Hopefully it's going to work, and we'll be able to get it up and running if he's done the right thing and checked his message box, and just to make sure he's coming on live. So, but we'll just wait to see when he pops up in the box and see what happens. So just keep in touch with on the websites, Westall's websites, and all the guys' Facebook pages and stuff like that about what's going on with the club and what time the meetings start and all that type of stuff. So it should be a good season. The new meeting, the new big sponsors, the meeting sponsor boards, all the sponsors who sponsor the meetings have been put up on turn 1 there. It looks absolutely wonderful from one of the photos I've seen. Unfortunately, I haven't been able to get down the track recently, and you'll see what's happened here. I'll just going to go off for a sec. I'll be still live. Just going to turn the camera off and try and work out what's going wrong with getting John on Wiggy live here. Okay, hopefully Wiggy's come online. Just a bit of a technical glitch there. It took a while for him to get the accept. Here he is here.
All right,
How you going, Wiggy?
Yeah,
mate, how yourself?
Looking out that we've got there.
Yeah, a bit of a high tech thing. This thing. Just I thought I'd get you on tonight because we've been having there's been a few questions being asked regarding the kill switches, Hilltronics ones, and the killer bees. And we thought, you being one of the top guys selling them around Australia, that you'd just give us a bit of a rundown on how you actually connect them up and where your settings on transmitters are and stuff like that.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll start over here, Chief. First thing you do is take your engine cover off and to reveal your coil, right?
Yep.
Now, on the coil you have your original off-on switch. So you take that off, put the one on that's supplied in the packet. Now I normally go negative to the inside. So there's your on-off switch. Follow your lead down through the back underneath the carby to here. You plug that connection in there. It can only go one way. Now, if you ever think you're having trouble with the kill switch, you disconnect that, and that'll disconnect the kill switch completely if you think you're having trouble.
Is that with the Heltronics and the Killer B, both the same type of thing?
Yeah, pretty much. Killer B has a connection that you disconnect it there because you don't want to go pulling the receiver box apart and undoing that.
Yep.
Now, the only other two wires you have to connect is these black and a red one there. Loosen those screws, push the wires in and do them up. Now, it does not matter which way you put those wires on, as the same as the coil. It does not really matter which way you put those wires on the coil. So anyway, those two wires in there. Now we go to our receiver. As you can see, I've got a battery here to my on-off switch, to the power in the receiver. Servos are plugged in there. Then I've got the wire harness plugged in channel 3, which goes up to the kill switch receiver wire and over to the transponder. Now it pays to run the kill switch and the transponder if you can on the same lead, because they don't draw as much voltage. Don't put your kill switch to the wire harness where a servo is, because a servo draws more power.
Okay, yep.
Right. Now this is already bound to the kill switch, receiver, sorry. So if I turn the controller on, then press my power button on your bar jars, you might just have a slide switch or whatever. So we'll turn that on. As you can see, the red light's on the receiver. And the way I've got it hooked up, the transponder is flashing.
Yep.
And we have steering servo working, throttle servo working, but we have no light here on the kill switch.
Yep.
So this means nothing's going to happen.
As in, you're saying that it's not working now, or it's working?
The kill switch isn't turned on for some reason, so it's not going to go.
Okay, yep.
This red light here has to be on, full on.
Yep.
Green light in here. Now, on my controller, it's got channel 3. So if I press that button, the red light will come on and the green light will come on.
Okay,
that
yep.
means the controller is connected to the kill switch.
Yep.
Now, if I press that button again, channel 3, it will go off. But my transponder will be still flashing. I will still have servos working, steering and throttle. So, in other words, if that light is not solid, the engine will not start.
Okay.
Right? Now, if I turn my controller off here at the on-off button, it will flash.
Yep.
That means the kill switch is on, but it's not matched to the radio. There's no radio signal to turn the kill switch on.
Yep.
So it still will not start. So I have to go, hit channel 3. Sorry, turn the controller on first. Hit channel 3. It will activate it.
Okay.
Now, another
So
issue you get into is because I've got the kill switch in channel 3, okay?
Yep.
If you look at the screen here, there's a trim for channel 1, 2, 3. Whatever you've got plugged in, there's always a trim. Now, if that trimmed right up, doesn't matter what I do here, pressing the button on channel 3, that light will not come on. I will never get my car. And you automatically think, oh, the bloody kill switch ain't working. It don't even lighten up. So you have to trim it back. See the light come on and the kill switch automatically came on as I trimmed it back.
Yep.
So I trimmed that back to about
So
19.
So that's pretty much on most transmitters. You've got to tune it down a bit.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes. It's like a servo. If it's one way, you've got to set it in neutral to get it to work, or go left and right.
Yep.
You just can't have the trim flop. So once you've got that, you can check that by pushing the button off and on, and you'll see that working.
Yep.
And of course, as I said before, if you turn the power off, it will start flashing because you lose signal.
And the cuts the motor out.
The idea of that is, if you lost your batteries out of your transmitter or they went flat, it's going to shut the car off.
Yep.
Now, some people will have different controllers and different receivers. You might have two auxiliaries. It will work in one auxiliary and not the other. On your controller here, you mightn't have channel 3, you might have A, B, C or D. You have to look in your instruction manual for the controller to see which switch operates the auxiliary port in the receiver. Some Spectrums have a lever that says auxiliary off and on the side here. That will work the receiver. My Futaba, two other Futabas have a button there. Some Sanwas and other radios, you have to actually go into your settings in the controller and assign the button to which channel you want to use in the receiver, because it mightn't even be turned on. So that means your kill switch isn't going to work until you activate that switch, lever, button in the controller you are using. 9 times out of 10, it's not the kill switch's fault while it's not working. It's the setup of your controller.
Okay, like the like the fine tune and stuff like that.
Exactly. Now, the only other mistake you could make is this connection here, because it doesn't have the black wire to black, red, blah, blah, blah. But if you do plug it in around the wrong way, you won't blow it up. You will just get a flashing light here on your kill switch, and it won't matter what you do with the button. It won't turn it off or on. Even if we turn the power off, it'll still keep flashing, just does nothing, because you've plugged that in wrong. So turning around, plug him in that way.
So you got to make sure black. You got to make sure black goes to brown and make sure it's right.
Yes. So remember, brown is earth, black.
Yep.
Now, they do come with a pretty simple instructions there, and tells you how it operates. So there's not a lot to hooking that all up. It has a little bezel that you can put in your battery box, then push your light in there.
Yep.
The rest of it's pre-wired. This bump thing here, that's just a resistor magnet type thing in there. Don't worry about that. When you wire this up and put your timing cover on, I tend to just give it a twist that way before I fit it into the timing cover, so these wires don't hang out and rub on the flywheel. Otherwise you'll short it out, won't work, engine will stop. So just make sure you give a little bit of a twist so it's away from the flywheel when you fit that. And any questions?
Yeah, I think one thing that can get people confused is, a few radios have a fail safe on them, which people might think are a kill switch, but that's a completely different part of the radio, isn't it? The fail safe part of it.
Right. The fail safe is, say you lose power and everything connection in your car. The fail safe, if it's set correctly, will automatically put your throttle brake servo into brake position. So in other words, your motor stops or it got out of control and you lost steering and everything, the brakes will automatically come on when your car is lost power, lost battery, lost everything.
Yep.
That's a fail safe, so it does not run.
But that's
now,
completely
most of you
different.
would have noticed that something. Yes,
Right.
that is set
You
in
go.
the receiver on most times. See the red light on there?
Yep.
Hopefully it'll work. See it flash twice when I press. That means
Yep.
my fail safe is on. So if
Okay.
I'd have been holding my brake on the controller when I set that, that means when all power's off, it'll go to brake.
Oh, okay.
That is the fail
So,
safe.
yeah. So that's got nothing. That's got nothing to do with the setup of the kill switch. It's just got it overrides the kill switch afterwards.
Correct. You might notice sometimes when you turn all your electrics on, the servo will jump and move a bit.
Yep.
That's the fail safe either working or it hasn't been set correct.
Okay. So that's pretty much a rundown on the setting up of kill switches. If anyone's got any questions out there, just throw a quick question in the comment section. We'll put it through to Wiggy and see if he can answer the questions. If you got anything to bring up, so we'll just wait a few minutes for anyone got any questions. So other than that, Wiggy, how's the quarter scale stuff gone over there? I know you've been in lockdown for a while, but it's been in lockdown for a while, so you haven't had much time to do any work. But you've been selling a heap of gear, you keep telling me, but just can't get to that new track of you guys are building that over there to get it sorted and stuff like that.
No, that's the trouble. We can't go anywhere to do anything, so that's really held it up. Yeah, so that's not good. The other thing I might mention is everybody has different controllers. Now, the first thing you buy a microwave, you buy a TV, you plug it on, turn it on, you wonder why you can't get things to work. Mainly because you haven't read the instruction manual of how to set it up. If you haven't got a manual for your controller, get onto Google. Google it, because it's all there. You can download it and you can look at it. Everything's on Google if you haven't got a manual for your controller. And the classic was on Facebook the other day. Bloke put a new servo and he posted up, "My steering's all back to front. What do I do? I've wired it all wrong. Blah 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 blah." Simple. Get into your controller, go to reverse, normal, or forward, and change the direction of it. Easy. But he hadn't read the manual, so he didn't have a clue what to do.
Yeah, well, it's like anybody. Most people these days, you only read the manual if you run into troubles. But I know where you're coming from with getting manuals and stuff like that organised. But
look, a lot of people bought kill switches. There's still plenty available. They're $65 each. All that stuff that you saw there is all available from the different batteries, the on-off switch, and controllers, receivers, servos, transponders.
Yeah.
But
the trick is to put it in a Y harness with your transponder because of the power stuff.
Did I do that?
Was that?
Did you ask me why did I use the Y harness?
Yeah, because of the less power they draw with the transponders.
Well, that's correct, but I'm only using a 3-channel receiver, so it has to go somewhere.
Yeah. So Tim Metch just put a comment up. Tim Metch has put a comment on there, and your car should never be able to start without the battery. Well, obviously that's would be right as well, wouldn't it?
Without the battery, what do you say? The battery connected?
Yeah, your car should never be able to start without a battery. if you didn't have a battery connected, you wouldn't be able to start anyway, would it? Because your transmitter's not on.
The kill switch.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
Without a kill switch, you don't need the battery turned on and it'll start.
Yeah.
This has happened many times without kill switches. People will start their car, their failsafe wasn't set, the throttle's open a bit. They've got no steering or no control, but you start the car, it'll start because it doesn't need a battery to start.
Oh, okay.
It'll just take off the table.
Yeah. So they're
takes
pretty.
Off, how do you...
Yeah, that's right. They just go straight through the pits and wipe out people and injure people and stuff like that. So got no control.
So I'm just going
it.
to tell you so I can see the comments and see if anybody asks something.
Yeah, no worries there, Wiggy. Well, thanks for coming on and giving us that rundown on the kill switches. And you do a great job promoting the sport and everything. And so it's great to see you on and selling heaps here over the last few weeks. And hopefully you can get a lockdown and fix up and get that other track of Helen going there. I heard you got probably good 50 cars there already and 30 members or something signed up. So hopefully it takes off pretty well. Oh, he's gone. Well, that was John Wiggins from Baja Spares. Let's see if you got any advice to give him. I might just call in Greg Cowie. He's going to wake up now. He wasn't meant to be here. He just come in on when I wasn't aware of him. I thought it was some Pakistani knocking on my window outside. It's unbelievable. So you coming in or what? Just stand. You might just stand.
I don't want to stand.
Oh, okay.
That's what they do at football. Stand.
Stand.
On the ground.
That's
Stand.
right. Stand.
Thank you, Colin.
Welcome, Gregory.
Thank you, Colin. Nice to remember that you invited me a week ago.
Yeah, okay.
Then forgot.
Yeah, no worries.
That's all right. Bought my little goodies.
You run a few Turbo radio.
Correct. Yep.
The top of the white, the big one.
Yep. Love it.
I've got one. I've just connected up 4 kill switches on my cars.
Yep.
Easy as.
Yep.
Just if you want to go through just how to do it, like
I forgot.
If you want to grab my transmitter off the bench there, it'll just on the in front of the screen somewhere, and it's a bit of a mess over there.
I'll work it out myself. You do it because I taught you.
No, I know, but I can't remember. Hang on, just got to get rid of me screen a bit. Bit of a screen up the top there. I think you go into the into my menu, then go across 7 to the 6 one. I think the 6 button, and go to select
Channel
switch.
That's it.
Yeah.
No one can see it, can they?
I don't think you'd be able to see.
Oh, you won't be able to see it.
No, it doesn't come very nice on there.
So you go to switches, then you go to
channel 3.
Comes up with 3, and then you just press that on
and starts it up.
And that starts it up, and then you get out of there, and then you've got a line.
Hang on, I'll just put that up here.
Okay.
See if it does. No, it doesn't. Comes up with a
show it. No.
No.
So once you've done that, that means that channel 3 is now been designated to the actual receiver, and then you've got to go out of there. And if I can find it.
I think you go back to...
Did I go too far? I did this last time. I keep losing it.
I don't remember which one it was there. Select switch. That's not that one.
It's great live radio, Chief.
Yeah, it's great live radio for the... Need a better photographer. Yeah, good on you.
Good. I'm so good. I can't even remember now.
Endpoint trim. Control settings.
Wiggy's mostly sitting there laughing.
Yes, that's right. Well, it comes on with you got to turn it on anyway.
Oh, here we go. So it comes up with trim and dial select.
Yep.
So you go on that, and then you just press on DT3,
Yeah, DT.
which is this little button on the side Chief uses.
Yep.
So that one, and you might be able to see that come on.
No, it goes all funny.
Okay.
Yep.
And that then on the top of this radio comes on
Channel
3's off,
or on.
channels on. So when you see me down at the track, you always see me pressing that and looking to make sure that it's on, because if it's not on, you're never going to start your car.
That's right. So that's the main thing.
Yeah, but they're really simple. Once you get to know, and look, like Wiggy said, look on the instructions, and it takes you 2 seconds. You just got to know which switch is what. Only thing, one thing Wiggy did say, Chief, that I've had it myself, and I use the Killer Bees, is the little connection where it comes out of the receiver. Excuse me. I've had them play up a little bit. So
out of the receiver or the one out of the motor?
Out of the modem,
Out of the motor, that little red
the little
there.
red plug, it plays up a little bit.
Yeah, you just got to watch it, because when you're racing in dirt, you get a bit of grit in there, or you might get a bit of moisture in it, and it might just start to corrode on because they're only very fine terminals. So you might just get a bit of corrosion. As soon as you get a bit of corrosion, they just stop working.
And you won't start your car even.
So
the kill switch on.
But as Wiggy said, the best thing is if you're having drama, just pull that switch apart, pull that joint apart, and see if your car starts.
Yeah,
that's when you know you're having the problem or not. So if anyone else has got any problems with contact cleaner is a good thing to use.
Yeah.
If anyone's got any problems with kill switches, just give Wiggy a ring anytime and he'll go through it again, or just watch the video and re-watch it and see what happens. But as he said, it all comes down to reading the instructions on your radios and just finding out what all the buttons do. I know they're pretty high tech these days, the old radios. They've come in pretty high tech, and they do take one. But it's an easy thing to do, but you just got to know how to do it. It's like anything. Once you do it for a while,
you've done it, it's simple, isn't it?
It comes up pretty quick. So
and they're great to have. As soon as I'm finished my race, I just turned it off straight away.
Yeah, just flick it off.
And you see guys going down the. We've had it before, walking down the stairs, and they've got the finger on it, and suddenly their car takes off.
Yeah, that's right. I've done that when I'm walking up the stairs. So, but
Yeah.
So that's cool switches, and thanks again for Wiggy from Baja Spares for coming on and showing us what to do with it. And it's great to get stuff like that to know, for people to know. I had run a little competition, and unfortunately I got 11 entries for it. Put a photo up on my last week's page, and if you're on tonight and I spin your name up and you say you message me winner in the next 5 minutes, we will you'll win a prize, which was a servo, bottle of oil, a bottle of glue, and a spark plug. So Greg can see my phone there. It doesn't come up real good on the camera. I've got all the names for the people. I just got to spin it, and the name that comes up is the winner of the prize, as long as they say winner, because they had to be on the.
As long as it's not Guido, he wins everything.
I know. So we'll press the button, and away we go.
Yeah, it's very clever.
No.
Technology.
Hey, Wiggy.
Wiggy, come back.
Wiggy, you won, but do you want to do a redraw? I can't believe that.
Technology's fantastic.
It's Wiggy's name's come up on the screen right there.
You got to be.
But I think he would like to do a redraw because he does sponsor this show. So
unless he wants his stuff back.
Yeah, he might want it back. No, Tanya, not a winner at all. I'll spin it again.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. It'll be Tanya this time, probably.
Oh, no, we missed him this time.
Told ya.
It's not, is
it? Well, there's something wrong with this. Look at that. Look what's come up this time.
Tanya, go chicken dinner, quick.
Tanya won it. Rigged. Nah, redraw from everybody. Okay, there we go. Jeff Bishop. Jeff. I think it's Jeff Bishop, I think it is. From Jeff. Who's the one from over east? Jeff, he's on here somewhere, I think.
You're going to post it back to him.
You've got to post it over to Jeff if he comes up winner.
Jeff, only problem
Jeff
is...
Booth. Jeff Booth.
Booth, you go chicken dinner, and then you've got to get a plane flight to come and get you.
If he goes winner in the next 5 minutes, he is a winner of the little prizes we had up for grabs. So that was a great competition.
That works sensational.
Jeff Booth. And well done to Jeff. If he's in the next 5 minutes, he'll win the prize. If not, I'll have a redraw. So I think the club is still looking for a canteen manager. I think. I don't know.
Yeah, I think so too, Chief. I haven't heard, but yeah, I think it's still vacant.
Still vacant. To give the girls a hand. Winner. There he goes.
Ah, good on you.
Jeff has won it.
Good on Jeffrey.
So well done to Jeff. You've done very. I'll send those prizes over to you. I'll give us a message later on with the address and stuff. And I'll flick it over to you. So yes, Lynn has just confirmed that the club is still looking for a canteen manager to help the girls out to get organised with the canteen. As everybody's got to realise, the canteen is one of the most important parts of the club financially to keep this club afloat, and just got to keep up the reputation of having a great food and stuff like that, and they only run the canteen from 4 to 8, and so we'll see how that goes, and just anyone who's got a girlfriend or a wife who wants something to do on a Saturday afternoon or Saturday, can't just say Saturday evening because there's a fair bit to do during the morning to get organised for it, so it's probably a full Saturday. So if anyone's got any people interested in that, just get a hold of the club, and they'll get in touch with you and let you know what you got to do and stuff like that. Well done to Jason Marlowe for doing the timing. He's been around the club a fair few years, and I don't know if he's raced before, but
no, I don't think he has. Oh, no, I don't think so.
I don't think he has raced.
I've been there, no.
Bob's his brother, isn't it? Bob,
yeah.
Bob the Builder's his brother. Bob, he raced. He's pretty cluey on car setups and stuff like that. He's raced a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But welcome back, Jason, to do the timing for us. He's been tied up with the Speedway of the big Speedway of recent times, and he's back to help us out on Saturday night so we can do the hobby that we love doing.
I've heard a rumour too, Chief.
Just rumour time in a minute.
Oh, okay. All right.
Also, put a shout out to Big Kev and his brother Chris from the Fifth Scale Dirt Oval Racing Network in Tennessee, America. They've put up a few shows lately that had a bit of racing. Don't know if you noticed the racing on the weekend though when they viewed it. Their track was, I couldn't believe how smooth the track was. It looked like silk.
It's like silk, isn't it? Yeah.
And it was just
must be the clay they use.
It's just amazing. I don't know how they do it, but it looked really just like silk out there. But they do a great job of promoting the sport. There are a couple of characters. Big Kev's a real character, and Chris is the technical side of the duo, who does all this, all the live stuff and car setups and stuff like that. But they just love their Fifth Scale Racing. So just check out their Facebook page on Fifth Scale Dirt Oval Racing Network, DORM as they call it, and just watch the videos they put up. They put up videos every meeting they run, and hopefully I'll be able to get a few. He's actually come online now. Big Kev's come on. How you going, Bev? Just noticed John just come on, so well done. So just get onto their posts, and they usually have a live show every before they run every meeting on the night before, and even at the track they go live, which we'll be doing here as well. And also the American Outlaw Raceway, Fear the Outlaw, Mike Willem. He also has a great live show he's on the other side of America. They do race quarter scale sprint cars and stuff like that. So, but they all put a great show together, and they have interviews and stuff like that, and have race results, as we'll be doing as well. So it's all good for those guys to keep. They always give our show a plug, or our club a plug over there, and we get over here as well. So Jeff Booth, he won the prize a minute ago from the Ludeman. Is that it? Yep. Yep. Quarter Scale Club with the Australian Open Championships. I don't know whether they'll be going on or not, because of the COVID stuff happening, but they'll keep in touch with everybody through their Facebook page and everywhere to just let everyone know what's happening with it. And it's just a bit of a shame that the COVID stuff's still happening and still destroying, events in Australia and stuff like that. But luckily we got the AFL Grand Final over here, which is a good thing. So, but no, it's just a shame. We can't do our travel around. My mate Greg here loves traveling around.
Yep.
getting to know people over East and having a ball like we do, and just stuff like that. So the Mills Drainage Summer Slam will be held on the Saturday, the November the 27th. Speaking to Clayton during the week, and he's hopefully have his full-size sidecar down there on display, and all that stuff. Should be a great meeting. He's got a few guys coming down to have a look, and the race format will be announced soon. And hopefully, just be a fun meeting. So it's great to see. So what we'll do now is just have a bit of a talk to Greg. He's bought a couple of little gadgets here by the look of it.
Gadgets, Chief.
It's Greg's titbit time, whatever he calls it, and rumour time. Hopefully they're good rumours.
No, they're good. I've heard a rumour, Chief. I've heard a rumour that Jason's going to be on the ball.
On the ball?
Yep.
That's
and we'll be finishing on time. And I have heard, but I don't. This is unsubstantiated because I haven't checked with any of the people in the hierarchy.
Yep.
That if it runs over time, he'll put the the checkered flag out, and that's the end of the race.
That's it, all over. So we've got to.
Yep.
We've
so
got
that's
to.
good.
We've got to be. Got to look at. We got to be smart on the track.
Yep.
And just
Yep.
race smart.
Correct.
To get the full time of what the laps we're going to run.
So which is a good thing. So
yeah, that's right.
We'll
So that's good. That's good.
That's
to
my
hear.
rumour. Now I've got a couple of little tips, Chief. Now one was from Craig, actually. Craig
Stewart. Yep.
So I said to him, on your killer bees, you've got the little light, and they do fail a fair bit. I've gone through a few of them actually, and they're about $15 to $20 to buy. And I said to Craig, I can't find any. There's none around in WA. And he said, just go to JP Hi-Fi. So there's a little light you buy from.
John Wiggins just put a post up. Super glue on your wheel nuts, Greg. Is he taking the PI 55 out of you?
Right. You'll pay, Wiggy. Don't worry. Hey, next year when I'm over there, you'll be over the fence. Actually, funny. Now there's a funny story. I'm going to get sidetracked here, but you would not believe this, Wiggy. I was going down the freeway today at about 2:00, and no kidding, I was in the inside lane on the Kwinana freeway doing 110, and a wheel passed me, and that's no crap. It went flying past me, and I thought, oh god, the car's, I don't know where it come from. It must have come off a truck, but it was a normal car tire.
Yeah.
And went down the freeway. And it was just
okay. Unbelievable.
Funniest thing I've ever seen. Anyway, so you can buy these things from J Car, $1.50. Actually, there might have been 90 cents. I got a bit of wire from them as well. Go to your hobby shop and buy a little plug that goes into the end of the killer. But
where do you get those?
I got them from Hobby Tech.
Oh, they do have them, do they? Okay.
Hobby Tech have got them, and they also got some with the 3-prong.
Yep.
And I just welded them up. I think it cost me $2.
Yeah. Okay.
And I've done about 10 of them, so I've now got a whole lot in stock, which is great.
So
that's a good little tip.
So now they're for sale for $20 each.
That's right, $25. Da Vinci Homes needs to make a profit.
That's right.
Now I've got another one. This is a nifty one, Chief. Now here's my shocks I got off from Baja Spares. Oh.
And you forgot to put the screw in them.
I did too. That didn't work too good, did it? Here's the tissue. It's not. Okay. So they're my shocks I got off Baja Spares. These are great. Don't leak. Best ones you can buy, and I think they were $30 a pair.
Wiggy, what are these shocks worth?
How much are these worth, Wiggy? Brilliant. I think they were $33 a pair, if I remember rightly. I bought them a while ago.
Yep.
Anyway, so I always have trouble bleeding these things, and I know you do. And I went to.
What, you got to put oil in them?
Most of us.
Oh, that's what the springs are for.
Yeah. Sadly, that's true. He's not joking, guys. He doesn't have oil in anything, diffs, you name it. So I got from Team Eddie. I got a couple of their self draining caps.
Wiggy's got those now.
Oh, you're joking, Wiggy.
I think I saw them a couple of days ago.
Well, your other mate, he had them, but they're never in stock.
$120 a set, so that's $40 each or $30 each.
Yeah, beautiful. Yeah. Okay, bargain. So, and the ones from Team Eddie, I think they were $44 US plus delivery, and you only get 2. So you need 4, obviously, for 4. So they're about $200 all up. So anyway, I found this on the internet, and it was back in 2012. So what you can do is you go online and you buy these, which are very good to have. Everyone should have a set. Can you open them, Chief? Because I haven't got my glasses on. I've got oil all over man because I didn't do me tap.
Oh,
Okay.
Jesus.
So you get these, which these are little drill bits, and they go from
Up here.
up here. Sorry. So little drill bits, and I think they go from what, Chief? What do they go? I've marked them, but silly me, not got my glasses on. I think they go from about 0.7 of a mil right up to
Oh, yes.
2 mil. I've marked them on there.
1.1 up to 2 mil.
Okay. So
Increments of 1 of
these
0.1 of a
these
mil.
are also great to use when you're drilling out your own pistons in your shocks. If you want to make them bigger or make them smaller, you can get blanks and you make your own. So usually some of the holes are quite big in the shocks, and guys want to do smaller ones. So these are great to get, but don't get this set because this was bloody terrible. You can see half of them are broken and didn't last 2 seconds. But you can get good sets online, and they actually have a little. They just have a little twister on there, so you can actually drill it yourself.
I'll do it by hand. Yep.
So this is a little trick. So what you do is you've got to go, and this is exact 4.5 millimeters up from the bottom.
Yep.
4.5 mil up from the bottom of the little ledge here.
Yep.
And you just drill your hole through until you go into there, and then you get drill down that way because there's a little bit of it won't go right through inside the cap. So 4.5 mil in, drill in about a 1.1 mil bit, and then you get a M3 6 mil screw it in there, you take it out, push that up, let all the oil bleed out of it, put your little screw back in, cost you about $1.50, and you've got a bleeder for your shocks, which are really good. So normally you've got to either take it off, and it's just a pain to get all the air out, unless you're pretty good like Wiggy or someone. They mostly experts at it.
Yeah.
But Mr. Joe Blog, they're great to do. So if anyone needs to know down at the Henderson, let me know and I'll just show you, because it takes 5 minutes and they're great, really good. So you bleed all the air out of your shocks, never have any problems with them.
Okay.
There's my tidbits.
So they're $55 for a set of front shocks and $65 for a set of rear shocks.
Okay, beautiful.
So they're a nice looking shock, actually.
Oh, they're great, really good. And Clarkey swears by them, so if Clarkey likes them, I like them.
Do they come with springs?
No.
That's how you buy them?
Yes, they do. Yeah, sorry.
Okay, so they do come with springs.
Black springs, I think they came.
Okay, so so Dale Clark, obviously, Dale's on there. Great.
Yep.
Great.
So he's the one who told me. He said, get Wiggies.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yep.
So, okay, so they're a good shock from
beautiful.
Our state champion in sedans. Paul Dale Clark used them. So there must be and he does a fair bit of shock work. If you go to his trailer, you see he's got it all on computer of what shocks he's got, what oils he run, rebound, and all that type of stuff. So he does a fair bit of work on shocks. But as I said, if you're looking at trying to work out what to do, how to make them, come and see Greg down the track on the weekend. Are you there this weekend?
Yep.
He's there this weekend.
I'm leasing a car this weekend.
Leasing a car. And
Jeffrey heading to the U-on.
I haven't seen him come on tonight.
Okay, good. Supposed to be working on my car.
Most shocking customer. Oh, here we go with the shock jokes. But so just come and see Greg, or go and see Dale Clark or Aaron Friend or Craig Stewart or these guys. They all know their shocks pretty well, and they'll just give you a rundown on what to do with them. How you going, Jimmy? Jimmy Waddell's on tonight. He's I don't know if he's been out and about in the bush doing what he does. So, but it's great to see Jim. As everyone knows, Jim's a stalwart of the West Oz Scale Speedway. He's raced in America, and it was actually funny because a couple of weeks ago they actually they mentioned.
They did, it was
what's the band? Is it the Bandit?
Bandit, yep.
Yeah,
Bandit.
Jimmy Connolly.
Yep.
He said a couple of guys went over there and raced, and they were Jimmy and Jimmy Connolly. So it was you're using your old car, Cowie. Yeah, he's using his old car. He's fully rebuilt it, ready to go and do some laps.
Yep.
And hopefully we'll get a few cars down there for the fully promoted
Gold Cup,
West Oz Quarters AMCA Gold Cup, and it should be.
I think I won it last year, Chief.
That's probably why you got on the poster.
Yeah, that's right.
But there's a poster for it. It's well done. The fully promoted branded apparel and marketing solutions coming on board to help the quarter scale West Oz Quarter Scale Speedway. As I say, without these sponsors and people, the club wouldn't survive, and we wouldn't be having as much fun as we are these days.
Did you mention Nigel taking up the secretary?
No, I haven't mentioned that.
Oh,
Actually,
yes.
no, I didn't get told. I
Yeah.
haven't been told that.
Yeah, no, he has.
I've been
So
a bit,
you
bit of a,
announce it.
yeah, been a
Oh,
bit.
lady, I'll announce it. So Nigel, well done to you.
That's Nigel Robinson, everybody.
Yep, he's the secretary for the club, and no one wanted to put their hand up, but that's what our club's all about. And I put a post up there.
Unfortunately,
people like
unfortunately,
Nigel,
Pedro got into a bit of health problems.
Oh, he's still struggling a bit.
Yeah, still struggling
Pedro
a bit. So
is,
all the best out there, Pedro. We're
Yep.
all thinking of you,
Mm.
and we know you do a great lot of work for not just Scale Speedway, but Vintage Speedway and WA and all that
Yep.
type of stuff. But he's doing it a little bit tough right now, and we're all thinking of you
Yep.
when you hopefully get better pretty quick. We'll see your smiling face down the track, taking a few photos and stuff. But we're also looking for a photographer, I think, as well.
Oh, okay.
For the club.
Yep.
If anyone just wants to take some happy snaps down the club and a bit of racing ones down around the pits and stuff like that, we'll just post them up on the website or the web page as well, and the Facebook page, and get the cars out there and get the promotion out there of the West Oz Scale Speedway from Gemma Road in Henderson in Western Australia. So
I've got another rumour too.
Another rumour coming up.
The podium's back, Chief.
The podium. It's come back.
The podium's back.
It was actually funny because I was looking for.
Looks great too.
I saw. I think it might have been a race meeting in Queensland on the weekend. They had a podium with 3 44-gallon drums. Looked like they were welded together, or different heights, first, second, and third, written on the front of them.
That's great.
They put their cars on them and stand behind it, so it must
Yep.
have been pretty low.
Okay, well they've got it. It's all got grass on it, fake grass.
Oh yeah,
First, second, third.
Yeah.
So it's great. The cars can sit on there, and we're going to do it in the pits.
Whereabouts is that? Well, they have presentations in the pits, or
okay, which is great. So everyone's around. It's a bit of a pain when people have to walk all the way up to the canteen to the presentation. Half of them don't go, and they wander off. So it's in the pits, so it's great. Get everyone's attention, and and plus then Lynn doesn't have to go and clean, or whoever the new canteen manager is, or whoever doesn't have to clean up.
I suppose once the canteen be closed, they're closing at 4 o'clock, 8 o'clock.
Yep.
So they'll be able to get a bit of.
It looks good too. So,
So whereabouts is that placed?
They wheel it. It's
got wheels on it. Okay.
Got wheels on it, so they just wheel it in, wheel it out.
Yeah, okay. So
it looks good too.
Be able to get up there on. I would never make it up there, but you probably get a few mentions.
We could do a dummy one, at the barbecue.
That's right. Do it to dummy photo shoot at the barbecue. So hopefully the barbecues will be happening again.
Yep.
Might be a little donation tin this year to put on it.
And that's the thing. People don't realise, things that you have to do, what you do mainly, Chief.
Yeah.
With the Super Series, is the barbecues are all included, and that comes out of the profit.
Yeah.
Out
of the prize money.
Profit, but out of the kitty. So and that adds up.
But
$50, $60 every night.
Yeah, no, but that's good.
Yeah,
I'll still do it and just put in a little donation tin there and for people's stuff to do it. So
Timmy Tryhorn, he brings donates a couple of times.
Yeah, and bring some love. He gets some good sausages too.
Bring those sausages.
Yeah, they are awesome.
They were very nice.
Yeah,
very nice.
Also, the late model Summer Thunder Series, Carroll Transportation late model series. The series we run over 4 rounds, and same point format as used as last season. Just I use my own point scores just for every heat and every feature race. So all the points add up. The first meeting's on September the 25th. Second meeting's on December the 18th. Third meeting's on January the 29th. Fourth meeting's on February the 6th. Unfortunately, I won't be able to attend the 25th of September because of the AFL Grand Finals on, and I'll probably be watching it, or I'll be there. One of the two. I do love me footy when it's over here, and to get to go to an AFL Grand Final, if I can get there, will be a great thing to do. But hopefully,
you want tickets, Chief?
Well, you got some.
I might be able to get one if you want one.
Okay, let me know.
Yep, and
we'll find out. So I'd love to go to that. Even though it's last week I went to the preliminary final. It was even though it was a one-sided game, it was good to have a good atmosphere there, and Max Gawn put on a display like you would never see for a ruckman. So, but I do love me AFL football.
The Eagles didn't play like that.
No, that's right, exactly. But got to take the good with the bad. As I've always said, in any sport, there's a winner, and there's a lot of losers, and everybody can't be winners. So you got to take the good with the bad in anything. You got to get the teams are on top. You got to get teams are on the bottom.
Mm.
So, and that's unfortunately, but because AFL is a big business,
Yeah.
if you're on the bottom, you lose your job pretty quick.
Yeah, it's pretty tough.
And the media absolutely kill everybody.
Yeah.
As soon as they're having a bad run, they just jump on them badly. So that's one of those things. So I think Da Vinci Holmes might be putting in a bit of sponsorship for the late model series.
Am I? That's all right. I've saved on the.
He is
on the
on the
Super
Series
so
this year. The
do
Super
that.
Series
That's
will
all right,
be
Jim.
back next year.
Good. Beautiful.
But
That's it.
just as I said, people who know me pretty well know what I've been through last year or so. And it's just one of those things that just run out of time this year to get it up and running because of the
Well, it caught up on everyone.
That's right. And
I got no cars ready.
I haven't got many cars. I've got a lot of Ben cars. But I've got an AMCA ready for this weekend and a late model probably. But just getting me trailer out of the garage is going to be the hard thing. So hopefully, hopefully that's. But hopefully it'll be a good show. I don't know how the weather looks for the weekend.
So we're not watering this week. So
not watering at all?
No, I got the call, which I wasn't going to do anyway. I got the call from Scotty saying no watering. There's a fair bit of rain coming Wednesday and Thursday, and then there's light showers on Saturday. So really just depends how the track's going to up, whether it's
Wednesday, Thursday, 80, 95%, Friday, 60, 60, 60.
Just depends how much water we get. It's pretty hard to tell. But,
unfortunately, it's one of those things. But so hopefully we'll be able to get the track, keep control on the track, and get it up for race standards on the Saturday. And the club will let everybody know probably on the Saturday morning or late Friday night or whatever. Just keep your eye on the web page and the Facebook page. And all the guys in the club's Facebook pages, because once something gets out there, everyone shares it between each other. So just keep on that to see if we're going to race for the weekend with all the rain that's going to be coming. So it's a normal story. It's been beautiful last 3 or 4 weekends, and all of a sudden race day comes. So does the rain. I think.
Well, the 25th will be dry because you won't be there, Chief. So that's good.
It'll probably be pouring at the football.
At the footy, so, dried out at the track, so we'll be running.
Yeah, but. Other than that, there's a fair bit happening, and got to thank Greg Cowie and John Elford for the work they done on putting those sponsors signs up.
No, I wasn't the only one. Scotty.
Scotty and all the committee, all the guys who went down.
Heaps of guys.
Those, it looks just. I couldn't believe how well that looks.
Look, me neither.
They got rid of that
John
big
Elford
thing out there. Be right, but
they get rid of that soon.
Yeah, it's just.
Criddle's going to take it.
Yeah. Okay, it's a great.
Looks good, doesn't it?
It looks sensational, actually. Yeah. It's amazing. It's just something like that. It's amazing how simple it is.
Yeah.
That makes it just look.
So we put the boards up. If you go back to that shot on the right hand side.
Yep.
Of that, on the right hand side is where we're going to put all the.
That's a bit further, yeah.
Bit further around, yeah. So you can buy. I think Lynn said $50 for that size sign.
Yep.
And put your car on it.
Oh, okay.
And your name if you want.
Yep.
And it's $50. So.
Okay. Yep. Just make sure if that does come up, just make sure you get a good high resolution photo because that's the problem they had with the shade cloths. I think the resolutions weren't real good and they look pretty. Yeah. They look pretty average for.
And this way is a lot easier. So
for what they're doing and
change your sign, can't you?
Yeah, that's right. Are they printing directly on the sign? Or are they on stickers?
No, stickers.
And they'll be putting them on the sign.
Yep. So they're going to get some aluminium.
Because I know you can print directly on aluminium these days, but it works out pretty expensive that way.
Yeah.
So just get stickers and put them on there. But
Yeah.
No, that should make the facility. I've been down there for a few weeks because I've been pretty busy doing other things. But Greg's been down there, and all the committee all the guys were down there on the weekend doing the rest of the final busy bee, and they reckon the facility's looking really good. So it'll be great to get a lot of people down there on the first meeting to come down and start racing, and hopefully get a few spectators there and having a bit of fun.
Yep.
That's what the club's all about, just having fun and doing the family stuff. So, but other than that, everything else seems to be cruising along pretty well. I say around Australia, it's just hard to, Victoria must be, chomping at the bit to get racing, but they just keep getting locked down. New South Wales, they just don't know what they're doing over there. Adelaide is hit and miss what they're doing. So we're just in a lucky state right now, but only one case, and it could change everything. And hope we're living on the edge, I'd say.
Yes, I think so.
And it's bound to happen, but hopefully it doesn't. But
so get your jab if you want it. If you don't, well,
I actually heard, I read it on Facebook tonight. If it was on Facebook, it's true.
Yep.
I heard that the casino, might have a jab go to be a patron in there.
Oh, right. Well, that's a great thing. Maybe I shouldn't get it.
Yeah, yeah, that's right.
Chief and I went last week, and
disaster.
Terrible.
Yeah, but no. So I heard that. So if they're thinking about doing that, it could be getting pretty serious.
Right, okay.
I haven't had the jab yet, but I haven't really thought about it. So I must start thinking about it and seeing what happens or what comes up. And once they start bringing all those type of restrictions, well, it's going to.
Well, New South Wales is opening up, isn't it? So
everyone's going to be
interesting.
Everyone's going to be, be rushed to get it. If people start saying you got to have a jab to go here, you got to have a jab to go there, people start just getting it done. So, but it's just hopefully it doesn't happen. Nothing, no outbreak anywhere, and just to close things down. We just want to have a good season of racing this year. Got a great calendar organised, so it'll be good to start with. And once the warmer weather comes in, November, December, January, get a few people down there and having a great time. So should be a good little year this year. And the new committee seems to be going along pretty well.
Yep.
I must get Glenn Richards on the show, probably next week, just to give him a bit of a talk to of how the first meeting went and run and stuff like that. I'll be on next Monday night at 7:00. I'll probably have all the results. I'll try and get Glenn Richards on the show, and might get one of the class winners or something on as well. Just have a bit of a talk to them and see what their year is and what they're going to be up to. But other than that, it's all go. I think we've actually said enough for tonight. Yep. Been on for an hour. Once again, thanks to Baja Spares, Wiggy for sponsoring the show, putting up the prizes for grabs, and coming on tonight and just explaining the stuff about cool switches. So if you ever have any issues with them or you're still having trouble getting them set up, just give him a ring. He's very obliging. He'll always answer the phone, and he'll go through it with you. And he's still sending out parts. He's getting parts coming in left, right, and centre. Every day he's always saying he's getting boxes of parts coming in, so he's got plenty of parts for the year. So thanks for that. Thanks for everybody for tuning in tonight. The West Oz Scale Speedway. Thanks for everything they do for down at the track there for these great meetings we have, and all the people who went down to the Busy Bees last few weeks and got the track up to scratch. As we know, when the winter comes, everything gets overgrown and stuff like that, and it's been well cleaned up. So thanks everybody for coming. Mills Drainage, those guys, GVR, Optima Press, Fully Promoted, who are sponsoring this weekend show, Da Vinci Homes, West Oz Estimating, Les Bletchton, he's sponsor of the club. So I'll just close up for tonight, and we'll come back on next Monday night. I'll just stay on live for about another 5 minutes, just go through all the sponsors, put their names up just so they get a bit of airplay on the thing. So thanks for Greg for dropping in tonight.
Thanks for inviting me, Chief.
And, and so thanks everybody, and we'll catch us all next week. Thank you.
See ya.